Guys, what's up? My name is Lois Ellen. If you're new here, welcome. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thank you for sticking with me irrespective of my inconsistency. I sincerely apologize and I'm going to do better on this channel. So let's get into today's video. I want to be talking about mistakes that we should avoid in our 20s. Now, as we all know that the 20s is the period after the teenage age where you feel like you know it all and before proper adulthood where responsibilities begins to hit you hard. So whatever decision we make in our 20s is going to affect our 30s, 40s, and probably the rest of our lives. So today I wrote down a couple of points and mistakes that I think we should try as much as possible to avoid in our 20s. As you watch this video, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, invite your friends to like my channel, and tell me the kind of content you would like to see on my channel because I will really appreciate. Let's get into the video straight up. Now, the first point I think we should avoid, the first mistake I think we should avoid in our 20s is procrastination. Like, you're supposed to start up a business today, and then you're like, no, I'm not going to start up this business today. Let me just leave it. I still have time. Maybe when I'm 25, I'll start my own business. Before you know it, you're 25. You're like, maybe when I'm 30, I'll start my own business. And before you know it, you're like 30, and it's hitting you right, and you're like, what have I been doing my time all this while? So please, procrastination is one thing that we should avoid, one mistake that we should avoid in our 20s. Learn to do the right things at the right time. It's a very important, because at the end of the day you end up wasting time doing nothing. And that's for the first one. So the second mistake to avoid in our 20s is not thinking through decisions. Like, most times in our 20s, we just feel like we're young, we're getting it. Some of us, that's the time we're getting freedom from home. So we tend to make decisions and do certain things without even thinking through it. Like, let's go and party, let's have fun. I mean, I just stopped being a teenager. I'm an adult now, especially those of us in our early 20s. You're like, oh my God, I'm an adult now. Let me just do it. Don't think about it. Like, go to that club, have that sex, do whatever you want. Like, just do it because you're in your 20s and you still have time. And before you know it, you end up making mistakes that you regret because you didn't think about it. Now, the only advice I can give you in your 20s is, before making any decision in your 20s, just sit back and think, in the next 5 years, is this thing going to matter? If I hang around this person, is he going to matter in the next 5 years? Will I still be proud of the decision I'm making today in the next 5 years? If I choose to do these things in the next 5 years, is it going to matter? Now, think through things before you do it, because my sis, you don't want to end up regretting in your 30s, or probably when you're married with kids and you think back at certain decisions and you're like, why did I do that? Nah, don't do it. Like, think through things before you do them, especially when you are in your 20s. Even a teenager, if you're watching this video, whatever you do, think before acting. Then thirdly is prioritizing men and romantic relationships. Most times we prioritize relationship. Like, if you're single in your 20s, you feel there is something wrong with you. Sis, there is nothing wrong with you. It's fine for you to be single in your 20s, as long as you're using your period, that age or that time in your life, to do something fruitful. You're investing in all the right things. And even if you must date, please make sure that the relationship is actually worth it. Don't just date people to while away time. I mean, whoever you are with can end up being your future partner. So that should be very important. And even if you are in a relationship, don't make it look like your whole life depends on this relationship, and abandon the things that are necessary. You see people dropping out of school because they're in a relationship. You see people forgetting their dreams because they're in a relationship. You see women making their men top priority and not even their dreams or their goals. People abandoning their life dreams because of relationships, and at the end of the day, these partners will still end up leaving them. So please, as much as I'm not saying you should not date in your 20s, but sis, if you're dating, make sure that dating, that relationship is like second or third on your priority list, so that you don't end up regretting. That is that about that. And then fourthly, I'll say not being educated. Some people don't want to educate themselves. Now, I'm not even talking about formal education. I'm talking about just educate yourself, read books, study about other areas. If you're not in a formal institution, if you're not in a school setting, it's fine if you don't like school, but please educate yourself in areas that are going to matter in life. Read books, read Bible. You understand? Go out, explore, be educated, be exposed, because this is the time you have to be exposed. When you're in your 30s, probably, as I say, you have responsibilities. You understand? Your mates are probably making it, and instead of you to use this age to be fruitful, when your mates are already there is when you're trying to be there. It doesn't make any sense. So please just educate yourself in all ways. If you don't like school, like me, I don't like school, but if you don't like school, please read books, watch videos, educative videos, educate yourself about all areas of life. They are very, very important. And then number 5 is keeping bad company and bad friends. Yes, as we all know, the popular saying goes, bad company corrupts good manners. Please choose your friends. Don't let your friends choose you. The people you choose to be friends with now in your 20s might probably be your business partners in the end. These are the people that in the long run your children might end up running up to, because my daddy's friend is supposed to be my helper. So what kind of friends do you have that your children in the future can run up to? The company you keep in your 20s may end up being your long-term friend, may end up being your friends for the long run. They may end up being the people that will impact positively in your life. And it can even be the other way around. If you don't keep good company, they might end up corrupting the little good thing that you have left in you. So please choose the people you keep as friends, especially in your 20s, because it's very important. Then number 6 is not having a business plan, skill, or side hustle. This, let's learn from the mistakes of our elders. A lot of people felt going to school in their 20s was the most important thing, but they forgot that, okay, after school, this is Nigeria, man, the system is not favorable. After school, when you're done with school now, what else? Where are you going to run to? Like, if a job does not come after NYSC, do you have something to fall back on? So this is the period where you have to learn new skills. You can even shuffle school and learning a handwork, tailoring, makeup, hair braiding, a lot of other things, web design, computer software design, and a lot of things that you can even learn here on YouTube. So please learn a skill, especially when you're in your 20s, so that when you're done with school and other things, if your plans fail, you always have a skill, a side hustle, or even a business to fall back on. And even if you end up getting a corporate job after school, you might still need a side hustle, a business that will give you daily income, because salary, sis, ask the salary earners, they will tell you that it's not easy. Like, the street is wild, sis. Find you a side hustle and you thank me later. All right, and then final mistakes we should avoid in our 20s is downgrading ourselves and our abilities. Like, I just want to tell you that you can do it. Whatever you put your mind to now, or later, or in the next 10 years, as long as you believe in yourself, for as long as you look at it and you say, oh my god, I can do this, I want to do this, believe in yourself. Don't downgrade your abilities. Like, most times it's the least things we think we can't do that we end up doing the best. Think about it, sis. Just think about it. Like, stop downgrading yourself. You are beautiful, you are smart, you are intelligent. Like, you can do whatever you put your mind to. Like, you can do whatever you want to do, for as long as you put your mind and you're willing to work towards it. And then I would say, as much as you're believing in yourself, get rid of laziness. Do what you have to do, because this is the only time, this is the age, this is the period you have to go all out. You're not married, you're probably in school, you have less responsibilities, your parents are probably taking care of your bills. Even if you are taking care of your bills, my dear, you are the only responsibility you have in this period, and this is the only period you have to hustle as hard as you can. Keep a positive mindset. The friends that don't matter, sis, keep them aside. When you make money, they'll come for you. And I have come to the end of my video. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Tell me the kind of content you like to see on this channel. Invite your friends to watch this video. I don't know who might get inspired at the end of the day, but thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in my next